How to Love by Thich Nhat Hanh. Natural happiness. If you walk with true awareness of every step without having a goal to get anywhere, happiness will arise naturally. You don't need to look for happiness. When we are in touch with the wonders of life, we become aware of the many conditions of happiness that are already there, and naturally we feel happy. The beauty around us brings us back to the present moment so we can let go of the planning and the worries that preoccupy us. When you look at the person you love, if he is absorbed in anxiety, you can help him get out. Darling, do you see the sun? Do you see the signs that spring is coming? This is mindfulness. We become aware of what is happening now, and we are in touch with the conditions of happiness that are there inside us and all around us. Meditation. Meditation consists of generating three kinds of energy: mindfulness, concentration, and insight. These three energies give us the power to nourish happiness and take care of our suffering. Suffering may be there, but with the energy of mindfulness, concentration, and insight, we can embrace and take care of that suffering and nourish happiness at the same time. The art of offering happiness. In a friendship, we try to offer our friend happiness. Sometimes you think that you are doing something for someone else's happiness, when actually your action is making them suffer. The willingness to make someone happy isn't enough. You have your own idea of happiness, but to make someone else happy, you have to understand that the person's needs, suffering, and desires, and not assume you know what will make them happy. Ask, what would make you happy? The right gift. In Vietnam, there is a fruit that many people love called durian. It has a strong smell and it's quite expensive. Many people like it very much, but I don't like it at all. Someone who sees me working very hard might think, oh, Tai must be very tired. I should offer him some durian. But if you forced me to eat it, I would suffer a lot. So, to love someone, you have to understand the real needs of that person and not impose on her what you think is needed for her to be happy. Understanding is the foundation of love. Flower watering. When we practice the art of mindful living, we water the positive elements in ourselves and each other. We see that the other person, like us, has both flowers and garbage inside, and we accept this. Our practice is to water the flower in our loved one and not bring them more garbage. When we try to grow flowers, if they don't grow well, we don't blame them or argue with them. Our partner is a flower. If we take care of her well, she will grow beautifully. If we take care of her poorly, she will wither. To help a flower grow well, We must understand her nature. How much water and sunshine does she need? No self. Often, when we say I love you, we focus mostly on the idea of the I, who is doing the loving, and less on the quality of the love that's being offered. This is because we are caught by the idea of self. We think we have a self, but there is no such thing as an individual, separate self. A flower is made only of non flower elements, such as chlorophyll, sunlight, and water. If we were to remove all the non flower elements from the flower, there would be no flower left. A flower cannot be by herself alone. A flower can only interbe with all of us. It's much closer to the truth. Humans are like this too. We can't exist by ourselves alone. We can only interbe. I am made only of non me elements, such as the earth, the sun, parents, and ancestors. In a relationship, if you can see the nature of interbeing between you and the other person, you can see that his suffering is your own suffering, and your happiness is his own happiness. With this way of seeing, you can speak and act differently. This in itself can relieve so much suffering. Love as an offering. To love is not to possess the other person or to consume all their attention and love. To love is to offer the other person joy and a balm of their suffering. This capacity is what we have to learn to cultivate. The greatest gift, one of the greatest gifts we can offer people, is to embody non attachment and non fear. This is a true teaching. More precious than money or material resources. Many of us are very afraid, and this fear distorts our lives and makes us unhappy. We cling to objects and to people like a drowning person clings to a floating log. Practicing to realize non discrimination, to see the interconnectedness and impermanence of all things, and to share this wisdom with others. We are giving the gift of non fear. Everything is impermanent. This moment passes. That person walks away. Happiness is still possible. Shining the light. When we love someone, we should look deeply into the nature of that love. If we want to be with someone so that we can feel safe, that's understandable. But it's not true love. True love doesn't foster suffering or attachment. On the contrary, it brings well being to ourselves and to others. True love is generated from within. For true love to be there, you need to feel complete in yourself, not needing something from outside. True love is like the sun, shining with its own light and offering that light to everyone.